So recently, we just discovered the reasoning on why Aaron Rodgers missed his mandatory minicamp with the New York Jets. Honestly, if Aaron Rodgers was still a Packer and he was on year 20, I don't care what his excuse would have been if he missed mandatory minicamp because it's year 20 of being in the same organization. You know all your coaches, you know 95% of your teammates, you know the system down, you know all the media people, you know the ins and outs of everything. So if he was still a Green Bay Packer, I'd have no issue with this whatsoever. Even if it was something crazy like, oh, my friend had a birthday party or something. But the reasoning is he went on a trip to Egypt. In Robert Saleh's point of view, it was not an excused absence, which again makes this even more strange. I really don't know why there is a communication gap with Robert Saleh and Aaron Rodgers. I feel like this has even been going on since last year. Everyone watched Hard Knocks. They seem cool. Robert Saleh seems like a cool guy. He seems like a nice guy, but something obviously isn't working with Aaron Rodgers, the Jets, and specifically Robert Saleh. Robert Saleh he seems like a leader amongst men. He really does. He seems like that guy that would fire everyone up. But once that meeting ends, once that pep rally ends, I don't know. I don't know if it's a respect thing. I don't know if it's just like a leadership thing of following through, but there's just kind of like a wall there where being a head coach kind of ends. Being a good head coach that has control of one's locker room and whatnot just kind of ends with Robert Saleh. So I'd say this story is pretty bizarre. I'm going to say this first. I'm a fan of Aaron Rodgers. I think he's a dope guy. I think he's probably the most talented quarterback of all time. But I don't really understand this. Like, you're coming off of a crazy injury at his age. And I know it's just mini camp. I get that. But it's just, if this was training camp, then that's a whole other story. That would be a huge red flag. But I know it's only mini camp. But at the same time, I just don't know how you have zero communication with Robert Saleh and your team. Apparently, Tyrod Taylor, the number 2 right now, was surprised he was going to roll with the ones during minicamp. So just to go completely ghost on your entire team for a pretty important year for his career, the Jets, and everyone around him. I mean, if Aaron Rodgers has a bad year, everyone in that organization is gone. So and that's the thing too, it's a serious year, coming off a serious injury. You would just think that like all hands are on deck, but again, I trust Aaron Rodgers, I do. I know it's only minicamp, I know, but still, it's just the communication, all these weird stories. They've been adding up for a year now, so I'm not surprised by this news at all. It's just, damn, like, you would really think, okay, year 2, everyone's back. We got embarrassed last year. Let's really get it together, guys. And then it's kind of how you start the new year. Just not a good sign if you're a Jets fan, in my opinion, especially when you're opening the year off with the Niners on the road, Monday Night Football. Jeez. What do y'all think about that game? I think that's going to be a very highly viewed game for a variety of reasons. I think the Jets are going to get... I just think it's going to be must-see TV. It's going to be I just hope Aaron Rodgers can survive that very first game, honestly. Very excited for that one. Besides that, New York Jets, let me know how y'all think they're going to do this year. I want to believe in Aaron Rodgers. I really do. I'd love for him to come back and to just dominate the league, but I really don't know how realistic that is at this point in his career, and especially with the New York Jets and Robert Saleh and Nat Hackett. I don't know, man. I'm hoping for the best, but expecting the worst. Let me know how good y'all think the Jets are going to be this year. Curious. Other AFC East news, Von Miller recently admitted that he shouldn't have played at all in 2023, which I thought was kind of an interesting story because if anyone remembers Von Miller a year ago, he just was a walking zombie, essentially. He really did absolutely nothing with the Bills. I'm sure all Bills fans are very aware of that. I really don't think any Bills fans like Von Miller, especially with that contract that they gave him. He's produced absolutely nothing. But apparently it's because he wasn't very healthy last year, and for this upcoming year he seems to be apparently looking pretty healthy. So Bills fans, maybe cross your fingers, say your prayers with Von Miller. Hope for maybe some sort of production out of that crazy lucrative contract. So Von Miller is just a Hall of Famer, but last couple years kind of been pretty rough. Been pretty bad with the Bills, off the field issues. Lots of yikes, but we'll see what he's got in store this year. Looking forward to it, man. As of right now, I'm filming this July 3rd, preseason around the corner. More specifically, Hall of Fame game. We're getting closer, man. Not a lot of news right now, but man, I'm looking forward to ball. Really need it. Really, really need it, and I know you need it too. That's all I got for right now. Peace.
You got a lead here in the second half. Nice play that time. You pick up the first down. Let's see if you can take advantage of it.
First down at the 36. Allen with the reception. And Alonzo in on the tackle.
Holding offense.
That penalty is, of course, going to be accepted by the defense. First and 20. Green's got it on a pass, had some heat on it. They have the lead, and this spread offense and aerial attack has been the difference maker.
Well, every coach wants a quarterback who can get it done. I'd say the guy here today, Jim, he had an outstanding day. And
it's intercepted. He's brought down. The Chargers offense back on the field, trying to make up for that costly mistake. The last time they had the ball, the turnover they committed immediately turned into points against them.
Yeah, it did, Jim, but you know what? It's not a perfect game. You got to deal with adversity when you're talking about football. So you made that mistake, let it go, and go out there, be aggressive, and see if you can score.